I left my Gator 1, so here's my Gator 1 on the camera. My friends. Cool. Hi everyone, I have a question for you. Who here has been on missions trips or done some sort of community service project? So everyone in the room. Answer this question to yourselves. How did that project make you feel? I want to talk about this topic today because it's something I hold very near and dear to my heart. I've been going on missions trips since the age of 12, and my first trip was with my church back at home, and we went to Nicaragua and did many different activities, and I've gone 7 times since then. I want to talk about how these projects can be done anywhere from your neighborhood to your own country, your own city, or globally. Today, I'm informing you about the advantages on a non-personal and personal scale that these mission trips or service and outreach programs can offer to a person. So let's look at the type of trips you can go on. Community service and volunteer work can be done in either your neighborhood or your own country. It can be as simple as picking up trash around your city or around your neighborhood, or helping a neighbor fix a fence or a leak in their roof. A lot of cities also offer cool outreaches, like there's one from my hometown in Fort Lauderdale called Surfers for Autism, where people around Fort Lauderdale can go and volunteer to teach kids with autism how to surf. And this past year we had 40 participants, and we were able to raise $10,000 for charities associated with autism. Another way you can help is after places had been kind of destroyed by things like hurricanes. And I think we can all agree that there have been a couple of hurricanes like Harvey and Irma and Maria. So Julia Jacobo wrote an article and talked about the impact of Hurricane Irma in Puerto Rico, and she said that it was a category 4, and since then only 5% of the electricity has been restored. And this is a home of 350 million US citizens. So one way people were able to help was to actually go to Puerto Rico and help clean up and repair things around the island, or people were able to partner with American Red Cross or Salvation Army or Samaritan's Purse, or just local churches or schools. Same thing with the Keys. The Keys was also hit pretty badly with Irma, so a lot of groups went down and actually helped clean up the debris of the hurricane. So looking at the world globally, there's help that can be done everywhere around the world. And one of the most simple and long-lasting ways to help is by helping install water filtrations. There are so many places that do not have clean water, and that raises the mortality rate in many places. When I was going to Nicaragua, we would often travel to rural areas, and we were able to set up this simple contraption that would save hundreds of lives. So that's another reason why I want to talk to you all about that. Other opportunities, there's an organization called Operation Groundswell, which does backpacking with a purpose, where you can work alongside farmers or help the community with hygiene and medical assistance while also living like a local and getting to experience their culture. There's also construction type trips where you can help build schools and churches, and in Nicaragua that was another thing that we did. We got to build a school, and we got to add on a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade area, so now those students have more educational opportunities. There's also some unique trips offered around globally, and these trips can be found on places such as shorttermmissions.com, and there's any kind of trip like arts and drama or sports and other outdoor activities, or trips where you're simply loving on kids and being a light in such a dark place by just loving on them. So I want to talk now about the advantages of these trips. On a non-personal, if you're talking non-personal, you're able to impact a life so significantly. And that could be encouraging kids in a depressing situation, or providing simple medical knowledge, or even hygiene, which goes a long way. Like I said earlier, it lowers the mortality rate when talking about things like water filtrations. As Gigi Starr once said, giving back really affects the foreigners as well. The foreigners understand that we come from America, and going to their country can be really uncomfortable or opposite, and it's something that we're not really used to. So they really are truly grateful that we would take time out of our day and help them. So if you're looking at a personal level, there's a deep sense of satisfaction knowing that you were able to help someone. As Robert wrote in one of his books, he said that students who were able to participate saw their world in like a new light and a bigger light, which was awesome. And it offers also a less materialistic view, and 578 students were interviewed at Texas University, and they said that they did not feel the need to get more stuff, and they really appreciated what they had. There's also a sense of cultural sensitivity and a development of teamwork, and also you can learn a new language. So everyone needs help here and there, and the opportunities to volunteer are endless, and that could be in your city, in your country, or globally, and there's non-personal as well as personal advantages. So I want to leave you with this thought: have less, do more, be more. Any questions? Yes.
Is Nicaragua the only place that you visited for missions?
No, I actually went to Nicaragua, Russia, China, and did some work in Italy. And they were all very, very different trips. Some were construction-based and community-based and relationship building and all that. Yes.
Did you have a favorite trip that you've gone on?
I would say Russia was my favorite because we got to teach English there, but also I built really deep friendships with people there, and I still am in contact with them to this day, and I haven't been in 5 years. Yes.
Do you prefer more like personal relationship trips, or do you prefer like tangible, like medical and construction and stuff like that?
I'm not a medical person. I'm kind of squeamish. So I prefer something more relationship-like, just because I really am interested in like how they live their lives, and I really do want to listen to what they have to say. And I think it's cool when I can be that listening ear, and they've even said like they really have not had someone who just wants to sit there and listen to them. Anyone else? Okay, well, thank you for me.